Well, good morning, you car-loving sons of bitches, you. What are we doing? Well, we was kind of contemplating. Amber needs a car with heat. Now, Bonnie here has heat. She don't. He don't. She don't. And we got Blanche out there. She has heat, but it's constant. You can't, run the thing. I got a new control for it. I just haven't done it. And I thought, what's easy out there that I can put heat in to, allow her something to drive that's still old and hot roddy through the winter. Came up with a solution. That would be Little Joe here. Not Little Zeppy, Little Joe. This is our 1976, or excuse me, this is Amber's mom's 1976 Chevy C10 Cheyenne. And this is the one that had the locked up motor that we took apart and put back together with Amazon lifters, and the thing runs great. A few little things though, it's been sitting so long. We ran it yesterday, and yeah, the vacuum caps are all rotted, so I got some new ones to put on there. It also had a little bit of a miss at like a normal speed. It would start popping through the exhaust a little bit. That's in there, definitely in there. Wouldn't surprise me if that Edelbrock was garbage right off the shelf, just like the rest of them. But we're going to try to see if the vacuum, because that one's loose, we'll see if the vacuum caps problem fixes that. I also noticed that this is out as far as it'll go, as far as for steering, so we need to fix that. We're going to put the exhaust on it better. That way it's not like right under the cab droning. Had this issue yesterday. Had a brand new cable that we put on here that had this end on it. Yeah, it corroded inside there. Junk. Changed all that, but I'm going to get a different end. I don't like using these. This is actually a negative, but I just kind of crammed it around it so we could get it running and take it for a drive. I've got a battery tray that we need to put on here. That way we can get this thing. So, like my tie down? Yeah. It works though. It ain't going nowhere. So, let me get these vacuum caps on here and we'll start it up and let her warm up here, see what she does. Also, need to get the speedometer hooked up. That shouldn't be a problem. This one does have cruise control. So we'll see about maybe hooking that up too. Something I did do is I hooked up the original oil gauge, the original temp gauge, and that should be it. I don't remember what I put in here. It should be like a 180 or 195. I always run those. I never run a 160. It defeats, you need the engine to get heat. There's nothing wrong with these things running at 190. Nothing. Their idiot lights go off at like 220 or 230, so it's fine. Transmission is brand new in this truck. It was built by my buddy Tony, and it was low. It leaked out. It sat. I haven't touched this thing in a year, maybe. So let me get all this lined up and we'll get her fired up. Okay. We got no choke, because I ain't got that hooked up yet. I never got that far. So that's something we need to adjust out. It's cold out, so let's see what happens. Motor was junk, remember? Amazon lifters. Lifters are so bad. No, they're not. It's usually operator error. No choke, so it's running really awful. But we'll get to that. Let her sit there and run.
Filters on this, one down where it comes out of the line and one up here. That won't stay. I'll always have one before the pump. This was just in case that tank was a little dirty. And it probably is. It's got a little pinhole in it, but I took some of that 3M double side sticky shit, you put things, the mount thing. I shoved that on there. They fit. Eventually we will have to get that. It's like 48 degrees, 50 degrees. It's all good. Let it sit here and warm up. Warming up, I'm going to adjust that carburetor a little bit. I just put my hand over that. You give her gas and put your hand over any gunk that's in the jets. Because fuel nowadays, man, that ethanol, it just terrorizes that carburetor. Terrorizes. And if it sits for a while, it gets all corroded, it dries up.
Oil pressure, real good. Temps coming up. Volts are good. Oh yeah, fuel gauge works. This works, but only on like medium. It don't want to work on the other ones. It only works on medium. It won't go on high, and that's from the resistor being bad. But we'll get that. Got this in here and a little bit of license plate. We got to fix that yet today. See what we got here. Close enough. Here we go. Vacuum all done. Pretty healthy. Thing is running. We got to replace this. This right here is getting replaced, and should be I do have all the air conditioning stuff for this truck too, but she's, you know, rusty. Needs shocks. The bed is, you know, speed hold pretty well. No rear bumper, we got to work on that. I'd like it to have a rear bumper on it, but we're temporary for now. Little Joe, right there, fix that one's pretty good. That That's a good hole. But yeah. Well, I say we go get some parts, huh? I say we go get some parts. We took off driving, and it does have a miss. I actually think it's plugs. I don't think it's the carburetor now. It's definitely plugs. We'll give her a tune-up. But under power, she does good. Under power, she does good. So, I think I got a set of plugs at home. We won't worry about that. But we got to get the heater stuff because the blower works. We've got that part figured out. But the resistor's bad, so it's only doing a couple of speeds. We'll get up here to O'Reilly's and we'll get this thing tip-top shape for Mama so she can drive it all winter. So, new whippers, new radiator cap, and new resistor for this, and a new the main junction block. I think we're ready to go back home. We'll get these floor holes fixed while she's cooling down, maybe work on the exhaust a little bit, and then we'll get those plugs out, see what they look like. But I think the timing might be a little bit off too. Maybe I just don't have it just right. That's very possible. So all right, let's go home. Okay, so I got the battery out of here. First things first, I got a brand new tray. This one I basically just pulled out. There's pieces everywhere, and they just bolt right here. And then usually it's tacked to this bracket, but I'm not going to do that because I got this convenient little hole. I'm just going to bolt it for now. But first I need to get this out of the way. So I don't know. I might just beat that down flat. I think I will. I'll just beat this down flat, and this will fit right over the top of that, and I can just bolt right through it. I guess we'll try it. Or let me get the air hammer on this first. Let me see if I can get that loose. Oh yeah. Boom. That's loose. Brake. Brake. Yep. There it is. Okay. Let's see if this fits down in there. Oh yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Put these bolts in. Go. Now I just need a bolt to go from there to there. Let me go get one. Well, I thought this was recessed. It's not, so it does need to be tacked, but that ain't going anywhere. We'll just leave that the way it is for now. That's way better than it was. So let me get these line ends changed, and then we'll start working on the heater stuff. That'll be fun. We get to open that up. This one actually reaches that. It does what it's supposed to do, but this one we'll have to cut. I mean, the hoses are still good. Do I really want a chance? I could just put like something in there. I don't know. I don't want to go crazy with it. But look at that. Somebody used wood screws to put that wood in there. Anyway, let me think a minute. All right, it fits pretty good. I don't have the little lock. I need to get one. They sell those at O'Reilly's too. This decided to crack. I'm not going to push it anymore, so we'll have to stop and get another one of them. It is what it is. Okay, so now we need to change that right there. That is the blower motor resistor on these. This is for an AC. If it doesn't have AC, it just has a little square piece, but this is the long one. So let's get that changed. There's our old one. Here's our new one. It's pretty rusty. The resistance is probably way off. So we'll put the new one in, and then we gotta change that relay. There's a relay that runs the whole thing. So let me get this back in. It's 2 screws, guys. Not real hard. Right on the box. Okay, now here's the relay. And here is our main problem child that I was gonna get to. This was just laying there. And it was apart. And you see it's rusty on the inside. Probably might still work because I was getting power to the blower. But there's a bigger problem that I'm gonna have to address. And I'll show you that right now. So, look at that. That's main power. It was melted, okay? It got hot, so what we're gonna have to do is I may cut that off and we'll plane that off so it's flat. And then we'll clean that up, and I'll just put another end on this. And this will plug in to the box like it normally does, and this will have its own. This right here, the activator stuff, it looked good, but it is corroded, so it needs cleaned off. Let me see if I can find an end real quick. We'll break the rest of that off. Oh, it's gonna break right off. There we go. I don't think it's all the way through. It's not. We'll just clean it. I'll put a different end on this, just a crimped end, and we'll just stick it on that new one with its own. Oh, this purple is the main power to the blower, and it got hot. And a lot of times it gets hot because this one here doesn't work. But I mean, if it acts like it's messing up, we got a new blower sitting at O'Reilly's. It don't look to me like anything got in there. It runs pretty good. So we'll just try it and see what happens. That's all we can do. Well, it's in there, but I did not have the right size end for that line, so I'm gonna have to get one. But I inspected that and it seems to be okay for now. But I am gonna get the right end to stick on there. Clean these contacts off with, you know, just electric cleaner. Got them good and clean, got this on there, plugged it in, everything seemed to go in good. I put that liquid tape over where it was exposed for now. I like that stuff, works good. So now, let's, battery's hooked up, let's turn the key on. Let's see what we get out of a blower before we go any further. And we're in here. Key on. There it goes. There's high. We got heat, we got vent, and we got defrost. I think we have to hook up there's AC, that blows different, but I think we need to hook up there's heater. It's still coming out of there. It's still coming out of there. Oh yeah, there's a lot of heat. It's coming out of everywhere. That. It's working. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't smell nothing, so that's good. But we got everything we need. It's off. Shouldn't work. Shouldn't work. Now let's turn these on. put it on like medium. Let's go out and touch the wires, see how they feel. And she's free and she's running free. Wire's not hot. Yeah. I think we're good, but I do need to change that. I just don't feel comfortable like that, but at least know we got working blower motor. And it seems to be pretty good. Could we change it? Yeah, we might, but it's extra money we don't need to spend. But that right there was the main thing. That right there is the reason I didn't have all the speeds. But I didn't smell nothing in there, so hopefully we're good to go there. Now we get the fun part. We got to open this thing up and put a hose in it. But first, we're gonna flush these. We're gonna get water, just blow water through them, see what happens. Oh, antifreeze. Sweet. Antifreeze. Nice and clear. Okay. Good enough for me. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Do I want to... I know this will reach. I can cut a little bit off of that. And this hose is good. This one is short. But do I put my little fancy dancy... The hoses seem good. Maybe I get out my little... I got a piece that goes in between, and I just use a little bit of hose to go down to there for now. I think I will. Let me go find that. Well, I couldn't find my little adapter, so I went ahead and took that off. Whenever you do that, guys, get the clamp off and then cut it. Do not ever yank on that thing. You'll crack that thing quicker than hell. So I got a new line. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that on there, and then we'll get ready to make a mess. We'll try to do this as quick as possible. Alright, let's make a mess. Do I cut some of that off? I think I will. Cut some of this off real quick. That rubber looks good. That one's going right here. So let's get ready to make a mess. Don't want to get too much. Put that back on. Anything and everything out of our way. Here we go. Oh! Well, no meese. Got a little bit coming out, not a lot. Good hose here. One. It's got that little restrictive hole in it, like a little bitty hole. This one will probably make a mess. No? No mess. I'll be damned. Now, need to fire this thing up. See what she gets. Let's go ahead and get this stuff out of the way, because got warm. One out of the motor, which would be out into there. It's both warm now. Well, that's good. Let's let her sit here and eat for a little bit, and then we'll make sure it's good and hot, and then I'll check the plug. Because I'm a fucking idiot. Run away. Well, do we have heat? Oh yeah. Yeah, that thing's spilling. We don't really have heat. The temperature's up, but that means that the box isn't putting it over. So we need to hook up the vacuum to that thing somehow. We'll get her figured out. Thermostat's already open. It literally just opened. Where's my, yeah, here. Oh boy. 195, okay. Let me fill this thing back up, cap it off. And then we'll work on getting that heater core duct open. Okay. Got this all hooked up. That little bitty line right there. This little canister. And I didn't have enough there, so I took some off of the cruise control line. Just put me a little tab in there. Ran it to main vacuum. Going in there. And now, in there, it all works. Like you can switch everything around. We're good there. So heat done. It's good. So now I don't know why it's not getting. Should be getting some kind of pressure, but whatever. It's not. So now let's shut it off. Let her cool down a little bit. And we'll try to make her run better. First off, let's check the timing, and unfortunately this is a truck style, so the timing mark is in there.
see. I can tell it's way too much. That fucking timing light's junk. Alright, let me get it ready. Doing her by ear. If I start hitting RPM with this thing, it fucking dies off. Jump. There's 12. Seems to be running a lot better. We'll try it there. That's about all we can do. And yes, I know the wires are a mess. There we go. Somehow we got to get a choke hooked up on this thing. There we go. He sounds real good now. Sounds real good. One more thing. So this old worn out engine not hot.
This old worn out engine that was locked up is getting 20 inch-pounds of mercury, and it's accurate. If I move those, your idle mixture screws, your air fuel mixture, it will go up or down, and that is optimal. Now, some people say you need to get it so it's down a little, because when you're at open, you know, when you're opening the throttle blades, it's lower. You know, that's neither here nor there. You can do that. I just try to get as much out of it as I can, and right now this motor is running perfectly. And remember, if you go back and watch this, what it looked like when we tore it apart and put it back together with everything that was in it, bearings, rings, and everything, all except for the lifters are from Amazon. They cost like 60 bucks for all of them. So yeah, look at that. That little bit, that's barely nothing. This thing sounds fantastic. Well, I didn't film any of it because I wanted to get it done, but I made a makeshift exhaust. Bubba had a Halloween thing, and then they went out to eat while I finished this. But just used pieces that I had around. Would have taken forever if I'd have tried to film it, so it's half-assed till I get a better one in here, but at least the exhaust is past the cab. It's back here. Didn't get a chance to work on the floors yet, but that's all right. We're gonna go for a drive. Pull the lights on. Let's see what it's got. Woo! Sucking her down. There's one. Let off the brake. We got a, oh, there it is. It works. I know this marker light's out. I ain't worried about it. Headlights. 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. Let's shut her down and we're going to take her for a little cruise, I think. New camera person, he didn't want to drive it, so I'm driving it. We're going to head down to a small town south of here where she's from. And so far, it's peaceful in here. It's pretty nice. We're doing 52. This is a 55-mile-an-hour zone. We got plenty of oil pressure. Temperature's great. So far, so good for just a test drive. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We got to get all the way there and back. And she was too nervous to drive it because she had a bad experience with the ambulance, so she's a little weary. But anyway, we'll get down the road. We'll be back. Well, we took her down about, I don't know, 20 miles south of here and stopped, kind of messed around, and of course it got dark. It had a headlight out, so we came back and found out which lights works and which don't. Changed that bulb at O'Reilly's. Goddamn, $24 for a bulb. Anyway, I did some checking, made sure the exhaust is all solid, bumped the timing down a hair more, just a little. I still got to put a couple of patches over the floorboard. That's no big deal. And then I've got this carpet right here that's left over from Gutless that I'm going to cut up and put on the floor. Might even at some time put some kill mat in it. That'll help. But the heater friggin' works. Wow, it'll burn you out. But that's pretty much going to do it for this one. It's just going to be a daily driver for Amber in the winter. No big deal. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for this little video of putting the truck on the road safely. That is Little Joe, and he is finally on the road. Yes, it's dark out. Yes, I don't care. Anyway, guys, if you haven't yet already had any, there's merch available. I have these awesome zip-ups, and I have pullovers, and the hats and shirts and yada yada yada. Maybe we'll make a shirt out of Little Joe too. Everybody loves a good square body, right? Anyway, guys, go get you some merch. I appreciate you all watching. Like, subscribe, all that happy crap. Until next time.